So guys, welcome to another video. I'm conscious that it's really dark and you can barely see me. The reason for that is I'm just sat in my car, it's 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm just heading off fishing. Hey, sorry it's been so long since my last video. If you watched my last one, that was my carpology session at Orchid Lakes. If you haven't seen that, I'll put a link below so you can go check that out after this one. And I'm excited to say that this session is going to be another carpology session. So 2 videos in a row with carpology, which is a bit of a turn up for the books. Yeah, I had a call out the blue the other day from Luke, who you will have seen in my last video, Luke from Carpology, and he needed someone to fill in for Joe because I think his car had broken down. Joe, the other videographer, and he wanted me to just go, be in a video, make up the numbers, I think. So yeah, he's asked me to go. We're heading to Willow Park Fishery on the mainland. We've got 48 hours. It's got good, cold weather form. I was going to say winter form, but we're still in. It's the end of November now, so technically not quite winter yet, but certainly felt like it the last few weeks. But it's gone warm again now, and we've had low pressure and sort of drizzly rain, and it looks good conditions for the time of year actually. So I'm quite positive. So I've just got to go get the ferry now. I'm just leaving home, go jump on the ferry. It's an hour crossing, and then I think it's about an hour's drive the other side, so not too far. Like I said, we've got 48 hours. We're going to be going through all the tactics, baits and rigs and everything to try and catch carp from Willow Park, and we're going to be meeting Luke and having a chat with him as well. So it should be quite a good video, guys, and hopefully there'll be a fish or 2 along the way. So stay tuned. If you like my videos, please remember to subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up and comment below if there's anything you'd like to see, any fisheries you'd like me to visit in the future. Next year I'm going to be doing quite a lot of touring around different fisheries, so yeah, let me know below if there's anywhere you think I should visit. And yeah, stay tuned, enjoy the ride, and we'll see you when we get to Willow Park. Right guys, as you can see, I've just got back in the car, just about to get off the ferry once we pull into the dock, and yeah, I think it's only about 50 minutes drive to the lake, so I'm really excited, looking forward to it. At the moment the rain's holding off, so it'd be nice to get a bit of filming when we're setting up and everything, so I'll see you when we get there, and hopefully we can find some fish and get on a decent swim. Right guys, here we are. This is the big lake here at Willow Park Fishery. We arrived in the car park a little while ago and went in the tackle shop, had a chat with the guy in there, and he's given us a few pointers. So Luke's just over there, just setting up a camera. We're going to do a few shots as we walk around the lake and stuff, and we'll have a chat with Luke at some point. But yeah, there's a view of the lake. I think it's about 10 acres, and there's supposed to be sort of 400 to 450 fish in here, so hopefully we can find some and get a swim near to them. So I'll update you when we're sort of settled into where we're going to be, and yeah, hopefully we can make something happen. So we've had a bit of a walk around the lake, me and Luke, and we've decided on these swims at this end. I'm in swim 6 and Luke's next door, so I presume that's swim 5 or swim 7, not sure which way around it goes. But yeah, I've just done my first barrow load. Hopefully you can see behind me there on the floor. Just brought a few bits around, but I seem to have brought everything, including the kitchen sink, on this session, so I've got to do another barrow load. But yeah, we decided on this swim because if you see this brown tree behind me here, round into that corner there's a bit of a back bay, and we saw a couple of fish showing there, only small fish, but you know, this time of year, almost into winter, you can't discount these signs. Where there's one fish, there may be more, you know, they tend to shoal up. So we've gone here on the strength that, you know, if they're in there today, they might come out during the night. We didn't want to get in there because we'll push them out, you know, and then they might be gone off into the main body of the lake. But if we let them have that as a sanctuary, they can come in and out, and hopefully pick them off as they come in and out along that margin or on this margin. So definitely going to have a rod sort of over that way, and then there's plenty of open water out in front of me here, so I can see the whole lake, which is important. And hopefully, you know, if I see any fish, I can cast to them or move to a swim that gives me the best opportunity to cast near them, because apparently they do on here like to shoal up quite a lot. I'm just going to go back round to the car now, get the rest of my gear and get set up and hopefully find some spots. So I'll update you once we're all sorted. Right, as you can probably see and hear, it's absolutely hammering it down. Luckily I've managed to find a spot out there, 13 1/3 racks I think. Nice smooth area of silt where it just drops down off a gravelly area. Nice far line tree marker to aim at, so I'm quite happy with that. Just made up my bait mix, I'll talk to you about that a bit later. But I'm just waiting for this rain to stop because I literally can't do anything while it's like this. Got water coming in the bivvy, similar to the last video you'll have seen. It was very wet there as well, so it seems like these carpology sessions are all a little bit damp. But yeah, I'm just tying up a zig rig, so I'll talk you through that as well tomorrow at some point. But I'm going to bang out a zig in the hope that I can nick a bite of any fish moving by. I've got like a maggot zig rig, so you'll like that. I'll show you that tomorrow. And I'm going to put some bait out and fish 2 rods on bait and 1 on a zig. So yeah, we'll talk you through all that a bit later. But for now, I'm just going to wait for this rain to stop and hope that I can get some rods out. So yeah, I'll update you before it gets dark. But that's where we're up to for now. Right guys, really quick update for you. I just tried to get the rods out then, and the heavens absolutely opened, and the weather's really off and on here, so apologies if the sun suddenly shines on my face and it looks really blown out, but we've had some crazy sort of wintry storms, and now it's sunny, you know, it's off and on. There's been a rainbow behind me, so it's sort of like sunny and then rainy. Basically I've got 3 rods out now. 1 rod on a zig rig, a maggot zig rig, which you might not have seen before, so I'll show you that one tomorrow. It's quite nice, I think you'll like that. Little zig rig with maggots, and then 2 rods out on a baited area that I found. Had a little marker around, and just found there's quite a lot of gravel in this lake, so I thought rather than go on the gravel, found like a nice soft, smooth silty area. So I sort of cast out about 20 wraps is the maximum distance in this swim, so I've gone to the maximum and then dragged back until I found gravel, and then come this side of the gravel onto a soft smooth area. And I've got a little tree line marker. It's about 13 wraps, so not very far, and I've put a little bit of bait out. I'll show you my bait mix tomorrow as well. I'll show you the rigs and everything tomorrow, but for now I've got my 3 rods, 1 on a zig, 2 on the baited area, and we're sort of set up now for the night. So we're coming sort of into the evening really. I mean, because of the time of year, it's getting dark about 4:30, so it's 3 o'clock now, so we've only got an hour and a half left of light, so I probably won't film much more today. But yeah, that's what we've gone in with at the moment. And yeah, we haven't really seen a lot in the way of fish. They did say to us when we got here to try and find the fish and set up on them because they'll be grouped up, but without seeing any, we've kind of had to just go on a gut feeling. We've got a little bit of wind blowing towards us here, and there's quite a few birds in the area, which is quite often at this time of year a good starting point, because the birds are going to be in the warmer areas and they're going to look for the food as well. So anywhere there's food and a bit of warmth, hopefully the fish will be as well. So yeah, we've gone in with that at the moment. We're going to be watching the water. We've got a good view of the lake from here, so anything that shows we can act on it. But for now I'm going to be getting the kettle on for me and Luke, and hopefully something will happen this evening, so we'll show you any fish obviously that come along, and if not, I'll update you in the morning, and we'll be looking at the rigs and the bait and everything tomorrow, so stay tuned for that, guys, and hopefully we've got something to show you in the night.
I don't have to party to have fun, you see. I got different hobbies, and that's all I need. Some say life is boring, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know a thing. I'm gonna try. Work till I die, till I die. I'm gonna fail and get up, 'cause I'm not giving up on my dream. I'm gonna cry. Chasing the highs, yeah, the highs.
Morning, guys. Just thought I'd update you about what happened last night, really. So no fish to report, unfortunately, but around 1 AM I was woken up by loads of fish showing in the little back bay round to my right of my swim. When me and Luke arrived and we walked around, we did see a fish showing there. It only looked like a small fish, and we didn't set up in there because with it being such a little small area of the lake, we thought too much disturbance, it would push the fish out of there straight away. So we set up in the swims that were nearest to that area in the hope the fish would come in and out, and we could pick them off as they moved in and out of there. We did only see the one show, so it could have just been one fish, but usually this time of year if you find one you'll find a few. So we've set up as near as we can to that area, and yeah, they were in there last night, and I heard them showing, like I said, so I wound in, and as nothing was happening on the rods, I thought I might as well go around there with the rod and check a pop up at them. I didn't know what the bottom was like, I didn't want to be leading around, so I just put with a pool rig on with a pop up and a handful of food boilies around it, and just underwound it out to where the fish were and gave it an hour. But unfortunately after I cast out I didn't see another show around there, so I think they obviously spooked off the splash of my rig landing and have moved out. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because we are fishing the open body of the water, and if they're pushed out of that bay, it could mean they're out sort of in front of us now, so something could happen, but you just don't know. But I've got the rods back out on the spot one on the zig and 2 on the bait that I put out. I'll show you the bait mix a bit later, and the rigs and everything that I'm using, and my zig rig with the maggots. I'll show you that a bit later as well, because it's quite a nice little way to present maggots up in the water, which I think, you know, just entices the carp that little bit more to take a zig rig, especially if they're not really feeding, but they see that little bit of movement and it makes them snatch at it, hopefully. But yeah, we kind of not got anything to report fish-wise, and it's a lovely day behind me, as you can see, but it's probably not the best conditions for fishing on the bottom, so I'm going to be putting the zigs out today and then get back on the bait for tonight. And then later on I'm going to talk to you about my new Bivvy Light, going to do a little review of that for you. So stay tuned for that. It's quite cool. It's got 3 different coloured lights and it's dimmable. It's got remote control and everything. So quite handy in the winter when the nights are so long. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of comfort on the back, and having a little light in the bivvy just sort of makes you feel at home, doesn't it? So we'll talk to you about that after dark tonight, and we'll update you today if anything exciting happens. So yeah, stay tuned guys, and we'll talk to you a little bit later. Right then, so today is, you know, it's quite a clear sky and not a lot of wind about. To me it sort of screams zig fishing, and apparently Willow Park is a good water for fishing zigs as well. So what I'm going to do is I've already got one out on a zig, but I've just tied up 2 more, so I'm going to have all 3 rods on zigs today, and then I'm going to get back on the baited spot tonight, maybe top it up with, you know, 3 or 4 spawns just to make sure there's a bit of fresh bait there. But I think for the day especially I'll be fishing zigs on all 3 rods, so I've tied up my 2 more zigs that I needed to put out. I just thought I'd show you before I put them out, so you can see what I'm using in it. So it's a little bit different. I've not seen many people do this before. So what I've got is what looks like, you know, your standard zig rig there, but if you look in the top of the foam, might be hard to see. Let me just pull that out for you. I've actually got a match hook, size 14 barbless hook in there. Hopefully you can see that, and that allows me to put maggots on top of my bit of foam. So I'm just going to put some maggots on now and you can see how it looks. Right, so I'll get closer. So as you can see there, we've got our buoyant bit of black foam with 3 maggots on top of it, and you know, it'll sit up in the water like that and just hopefully entice the carp to come and take it. So got another one of these to put some bait on, and I'm gonna cast them out into the pond and hope for the best. I'm fishing it at 3 foot. It's about 5 foot out there, so I'm sort of just above mid water, which, you know, for this time of year is good, I think. The fish will be cruising around sort of mid depth, so hopefully if I fish at different ranges, you know, long, medium and a shorter range, hopefully I can sort of find where the fish are, and then I can move my other rods into that sort of area. So yeah, let's get them out and hope for the best.
I'm not into drinking, that's just wasting time. I'd rather be spending it on working out. Some say I'm too uptight, but I disagree. I wake up and live my dream. Someday soon I'm gonna make it. Yeah, all hard work's gonna be worth it. Ooh, everyone who didn't believe it, they don't know worth it. I'm gonna try. Work till I die. I'm gonna feel it, get up, 'cause
I don't know what's going on in this session, you know. I just feel like I'm being watched all the time. It's weird, like whatever I'm doing, it's like someone's
That's not in the way, is it?
Someone's. Oh.
Is that in the way?
Oh yeah. Could you move it?
Sorry about that. I thought it was out of shot.
Oh look who it is.
Hi.
It's Luke Venus from Carpology.
How you doing?
Sorry guys, that was a real lame attempt at a bit of humour there, but we're smiling, so that's the main thing. But yeah, just
we are doing, isn't it? But the only thing we are doing, we're not catching fish.
Yeah. I mean, just a little update really. This video, this little bit, but just thought we'd say hello to Luke. Thanks for having me down, mate.
That's all right. Thanks for coming.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah.
It's funny that my last video on my YouTube channel was actually with you, and here we are again, sort of thing.
Getting a bit of a regular.
Yeah, that's it. People are going to start talking, mate. You know.
Yeah. Especially after the weeks in the last video.
Yeah. But anyway, we're struggling on this session, and I think we've tried everything, haven't we, mate? We've got zigs out at the moment. We've both sort of got baited spots. We'll probably go back on for the night. I've actually found a new spot over to my right. There's a overhanging willow tree, and just in front of that there's like a nice silty sort of channel, and I feel like it leads into this back bay where I think I was saying about we saw some fish in there. So,
yeah, and you heard them crashing overnight.
Yeah, and I heard them crashing in there. I think I talked about sneaking around there in the night and getting the rod out, but it didn't.
I was fast asleep at this point. There was no chance I was getting up.
Well, yeah, I thought I'd do it secretly, mate.
Yeah.
Try and pull the stroke, but didn't pay off in the end. But hopefully that little channel, if I put a rod there tonight, it's kind of on the way in and out of that back bay, so that might.
Oh, it's got potential, definitely.
Yeah, I've got to try something because nothing's working yet.
A bit quiet at the moment, but it is nearly December as well, so
this
it's
is
always
it.
going to be
And it's the first time we've both been here as well, so we don't really know what we're doing or where to go or anything.
No, not at all.
And actually, Dave Levy's over the other side of the lake,
He is.
and he's blanking as well.
Yeah,
so
he is. I mean, he didn't do last night. He's only turned up this morning. So.
Yeah. But if he blanks, then I feel all right. To be fair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, got the zigs out still, and probably leave them out till just before dark, I imagine. And
3-4, get the rods back out,
and then
a little bit of bait over
get a
the
bit more
spot,
bait out again, and then hope for the best for the night, really. So
fingers crossed.
that's all we can really do.
Got till tomorrow morning, haven't we? So.
Yeah, that's it. So hopefully something happens. I mean, the conditions are all right, aren't they? We've got
They look
overcast.
pretty good now, to be fair. Yeah, this morning it was kind of bright sun and clear skies, wasn't it? And yeah, it didn't look great, so that's why we put the zigs out in the first place.
Yeah, and now I'm thinking, do we want to be on the bottom again, sort of thing? But I don't know. I think still zigs in the daytime.
Yeah, I think so.
They're not really feeding, but if they're cruising around, we might pick them up.
Yeah, leave them for another couple
And
of hours.
and then get on the bait tonight and see what happens.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Nice one. So yeah, I'll update you guys if anything else occurs, or if anything occurs, because nothing has occurred yet. And then we're going to be looking at. I'll show you my rigs before I cast them out, and I'll show you the bait mix and everything. And then stay tuned because, as you might remember, I was going to show you my new Bivvy Light as well. So plenty to come, guys. So bear with it. Hopefully we get a fish to show you.
Hopefully fish as well.
Yeah, and hopefully Luke will have one. We'll film that too if he does. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Yeah, everything crossed.
Nice one. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Right, guys, as promised, here's a little look at the bait that I've been using on this session. So in the bucket, I've got, as you can see, whole boilies and crumbed boilies and sort of chopped bits as well. So I've got a mixture of the Whitworth Escort, and these white ones are the new test bait, which I think they're going to call SMC. And that's like a milk, protein and nut and bird food type bait, which is quite nice and soft and good sort of for the colder water. And then my old faithful Escort as well, which always seems to do very well for me. So that's a 20mm bait there. I put it through the Ridge Monkey crusher, so got all different sizes and chops and fine powder and everything in there, which is always quite nice to have a mixture, you know. And then as you can see, there's maggots in there, reds and whites and bronze all mixed in, and a few casters which unfortunately have gone a bit dark now, so they're probably going to be floating up. But I am fishing zigs, so that might work in my favour, you never know. So I'm fishing, like I said, zigs in the day, and then putting a bit more of this out tonight, and we're going to be fishing my bottom bait rigs over the top. So when I do get around to recasting and putting out the bottom bait rigs, I'll show you those rigs just before we cast out, and that'll be it for the night then. I'm probably going to go 3 rods on the bottom tonight and hope that something happens. I've got my new spot over towards the willow tree, which has given me new hope sort of thing, but we still haven't really seen a fish show or anything, so we've got nothing to go on. So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Into this mix I'm also adding a couple of liquids. I've got the Richworth Escort Serum, which you've seen in quite a few of my videos. I really rate this stuff. I like adding it to my pellets and things, but also adding it into a bucket of mix like this, it just soaks into all of the boilie crumb and the whole boilies, and it just leaks off into the lake bed and hopefully keeps the fish rooting around for longer if they finally do find the bait. And then the other one is the new Richworth SMC, which is currently being tested, but I believe that's out sometime next year. And this is the boilie glug, which is a bit thicker, nice and sort of cloudy. I think it sort of like leaks upwards off the bait through the water column and creates a bit of a cloud. So that's out there, and hopefully, if I fish my zigs near to this mix, it's sort of that cloud sort of helps me a little bit there as well. And I've got 2 different liquids so that they're different, different thicknesses and different weights, if you like. One's kind of going down, one's going up, and hopefully gives it a few extra dimensions, which might just help me get a bite. But it's been very tricky on this session with the cold and time of year. There's a few other anglers around the lake, and I haven't seen a single fish being caught while I've been here, so we don't feel too bad that we're not catching, because we're not the only ones. So yeah, fingers crossed for the night. I'll let you see my rigs when I get them out, and that's all we can really do for now. Here's my rigs that I'm going to be chucking out later on. It's 10 to 3 now, so I'm probably going to get these out in the next hour or so, because this time of year, nearly December, it's getting dark around about 4:30, so I need to give myself enough time to get them out and get a little bit of bait out and everything like that. So yeah, I'm just about to put these out. These are the rigs. If you've looked at my channel before, you'll have seen this rig. It's my rig that I actually caught my 64-pounder on in France. So if you look back, there's the video that said, I think it's called the rig that caught a 60 or something like that. I'll link it down below anyway, if you want to see how to tie this up. But yes, so the bottom one here, that's actually an Escort original pop-up, and that's going out with a scatter of boilies, just for a different approach, because the maggots and the crumb and everything hasn't really been working. So yeah, that's on my new spot over towards the willow tree on the right hand side, and that's going out with about 20 freebies around it, and that's actually popped up, so I've got a shot on it there to make it a pop-up rig. And then these are the exact same rig, but without the shot, because these are actually white Escort wafters, which I had left over from a pot of pop-ups which didn't pop up very well. It turned out they were really good as wafters, so I've kept them. I think Richworth had a problem with the batch and replaced them, but let me keep these as well, sort of thing. And these are actually quite nice as wafters. So yeah, these are same rig, just without the shot, and these are white wafters, and I'm going to put them out with a little PVA stick there, with a mixture of the crumb and the maggots that's in my bait tub here, just so there's a little bit of smell around the hook bait, and also helps prevent tangles and everything. So yeah, that's what we're doing tonight, that's the plan, and really that's all we can do for now. I've had zigs out all day today and nothing's happened, haven't seen any fish showing, so no reason to move really. Haven't seen any signs of fish, and there's anglers on the other side of the lake who aren't catching either. So yeah, we should just put it down to bad luck at the moment, but I'm going to put a little bit of bait out on the spot, same as I did yesterday. Fish the 2 wafters on that, and then pop up on the other one with a few boilies. So that's all we can do for now. and stay tuned because later I'm going to be showing you my new bivvy light, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we'll speak to you soon. So we're just losing the light here, as you can see, and I thought I'd just give you one last update before it gets completely dark. So it's actually, I'm fairly excited because Dave Levy's over the other side, and I've just seen him catch 2 fish in the space of about 20 minutes. And so it seems that the fish are kind of feeding, and since I've seen him have them fish, I've actually seen quite a few fish show as well. So it's looking quite promising. I noticed that Dave was just putting out solid bags, and I didn't see him put any free bait out at all. So instead of spomming a bit more bait as I was thinking of doing, I've actually just gone out with PVA sticks on the same spot that I was fishing last night, in the hope that there's a little bit bait left there from before, and just those sticks is just enough for a bit of fresh bait in the area, and hopefully nick a bite. You know, sort of, I don't want to be a copycat, but if one guy's catching and you're not, you kind of can't help but try and replicate what they're doing, can you? So yeah, I've got my left rod and my middle rod are out on my spot, which I baited when I got here, on the sticks, and then the right hand rod is over that way towards the willow tree there, and that's just on a little pop up. And yeah, I've actually seen a fish show pretty near my 2 left rods, so I'm feeling fairly confident now. The fish are obviously active, so they're going to need to feed to sort of replenish that energy they're using. So yeah, we're obviously losing the light now. You probably can't really see me very well, so I'm going to sign this off, and then in a little while I'm going to show you this new bivvy light that I've been using. It's a great bit of kit, so stay tuned to see that, and obviously any fish will show you that as well. So as I said earlier, I'm going to chat to you about my new bivvy light. Full disclosure, I didn't pay for this, it was actually sent to me to do a review, although I'm not getting paid to do the review, so my opinion is totally honest, and you know, it is my own opinion on it. So it's called the Sunblessa Bivvy Light, and it comes in this nice zippable protective pouch, which is really good, you know, because if it's knocking around in your bivvy bag and everything, it's going to get damaged, isn't it? So it's good to have something. It's like a fairly hard case, and it's got a decent quality zip on it, so that's a good start. Inside you get obviously your light, you get a lead there for charging it because it's USB rechargeable. There's a little instruction manual in there behind the lead, and also a remote control, which is really nice. You know, you can attach it to the top of your bivvy via this metal strip here. So obviously that goes on the outside of the bivvy, and the light's on the inside, and the magnet holds it onto the skin of the bivvy. And having the remote control is really nice because obviously it's up high up there, and if you're sort of laying down in bed and you want to read or something, you can just flick it on without undoing your bag. And particularly in the winter, you know, if you undo your bag, you let all the heat out, don't you? And so the remote control allows you to kind of stay cozy and just turn it on whenever you need to. So that was quite a nice feature. Also, it's got 3 different colours, so I'll turn it on there and you can see it's green. Hopefully you can see that. I'll press the green button again and it dimmed, so we got bright green and sort of a less bright green, if you like. But also if you hold it, it sort of brightens smoothly, so you can have it sort of any sort of brightness you want, and that goes for all the different colours. So you've got red, and you can go bright red as well, and you've got white as well, and you know, brighter, and you can dim it. So that works really well. And then when you turn it off, press the button, you can see it's gone blue there. The blue lights indicate your battery power, which is really good, and there's 4 lights in there, so obviously 4 lights is full battery, and then 3, 2, 1 as it runs down. I think I'm on 2 still, and I charged this up at the start of my last session, which was 4 days, and I was using it every night for 4 days, and it's only gone down half power, so that's pretty good battery life really. And it's nice and bright on the brighter settings, and you can dim it, like I said, anywhere in between. So, you know, first impressions, I've only been using it for a couple of sessions, but I do like it actually. It's got an on-off switch on the end there, which just clicks. So, and it goes different colours, you know, and dims like that. And if you want to turn it off, you just hold that down, and it goes off. And you might see it's glowing blue there. So yeah, all in all, a decent product. I'm not sure what the price is on these, but I don't think they're all that expensive. So yeah, have a look for the Sunblessa Bivvy Light. Pretty good bit of kit, I reckon, and I'm certainly going to be using it throughout this winter. I don't normally use lights in the summer because, you know, it's light until sort of 10 o'clock, and then I'll probably go to bed, to be fair. But in the winter, certainly, I do like having a light because it's dark at 4:30 at the moment, and it just you know, keeps you cosy and gives you home comforts while you're on the bank, and it's a bit grotty outside. So yeah, certainly going to be using that a little bit more. So go check them out. That's the Sunblessa Bivvy Light. So hopefully that review was helpful for you guys if you are looking for a bivvy light for this time of year. I've really quite liked that light since I've had it. I never really thought I'd get a bivvy light, and then Gavin, who owns Sunblessa, messaged me about it, and I said, well, you know, I might as well have a look if he's going to send me one. And I really like it, you know, so I probably would have bought one if I hadn't been given it, to be honest with you. But yeah, I'm certainly going to be using it, and if it ever breaks or whatever, heaven forbid, I'll probably get another one, you know. So good bit of kit. So yeah, we're coming into, well, it's 20 to 6 now, so you know, we're well into darkness for the time of year. I'm just going to put dinner on. Got a nice curry, I think, a tinned curry, nothing too glamorous. And Luke's going to come down, and we're going to do a little bit of a chat to camera for the Carpology video, and then we're going to have a bit of dinner and have a little chat and a bit of a social. So that'll be quite nice. Hopefully something comes along. I might have said earlier, Dave Levy's over the other side, and he had a couple of fish this afternoon, so it is looking promising. You know, the fish are on the move. We've been seeing them show, and I did see one show pretty much over my spot, so I am positive, and I've got everything crossed as always. I'm just waiting for the sound of the alarm really. So yeah, let's see what happens, and if nothing happens, we'll update you in the morning. Right, final morning, and as you can see, it's a beautiful clear morning again, which, you know, is lovely and all that, but not great for the fishing. And you might have guessed there's not been any action in the night. We had a lot of rain yesterday evening. Me and Luke were just sort of sat outside my bivvy just chatting, and then the heavens opened, so he sort of bid a hasty retreat to his bivvy, and actually zipped the door down in the end because it was really bucketing down. And then during the night it's gone really flat calm, really still, and you can see behind me there's not a breath of wind on the lake, and it's not the best conditions this morning. So in the last ditch attempt to try and make something happen, I've actually wound in all 3 rods, cut off my lead clip setups and gone with solid bags, and I've just blasted them out to the middle as far as I can in the hope that the fish have kind of congregated out there, and a solid bag on its own is enough to nick a bite. So I've got a little tutti frutti pop-ups that have been weighed down to make more like a wafter, a bit like a KD style rig, in a solid bag with my boilie crumb and maggot mix that I showed you before. I made the mistake of tying up some bags before I went to sleep last night, thinking first light I'll get them out, and because of the maggots and everything, they went really saggy and they lost their rigidity, so I had to retie all them this morning, which was a bit of a pain in the arse, to be honest. But you know, I want to put the effort in and try and catch a fish on this session, because obviously it's for Carpology, and it's the first video I've done for you guys for a while. So yeah, I've done everything I can. You know, the first night I wound in, and in the middle of the night went round to where they were showing fish and cast to them, and that didn't pay off. And I've tried zigs, I've tried, you know, different spots, and you know, it's just not really come together on this session. I don't think we've really been on the fish, and if I came again, I think I'd have a rough idea of where I'd want to be and the tactics that I'd be using. So maybe I will visit this venue again and see if I can settle the score, but for now, you know, if nothing happens, then this will be the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Also check out Carpology's YouTube channel, because there'll be a video of my Orchid Lake session with them, and then this session will be edited fairly soon after, I think. So yeah, go check out those 2 videos and see how the professionals do it. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, so leave us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any further videos.